Incredible Animal Architects. Hey everyone, it's Alexa again and welcome back to another video. When you hear the word architect, you immediately think of someone poring over blueprints and assessing a site where something magnificent is going to be built. You don't generally think of an animal. Yet, the animal kingdom is full of incredible architects who have skills beyond our imaginations. Before we get into today's video, make sure that you're subscribed and ring the bell so that you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Beavers. Feel free to envision a beaver in a little hard hat because these busy critters are one of nature's most talented architects. They fell trees, gather sticks, and work as a team to construct dams. Within these dams are ponds, which offer the beavers protection and allow them easy access to food during colder weather. Beavers live with their families within the dams and are constantly upgrading and repairing their handiwork. The average size of a beaver dam is 6 feet high and 5 feet wide. One was so huge that it was spotted by Google Earth in 2007 in Alberta, Canada. The dam reached 2,700 feet wide, and it's estimated it took the beavers 20 years to construct. Social weaver birds. This is a bird that has its own tribe, and along with around 500 other social weaver birds, they can build nests that can weigh in the region of 2,000 pounds. Trees have been known to topple over with the weight of these nests, yet some nests have lasted 100 years. They're native to South Africa, Namibia, and Botswana, and many generations of birds will benefit from these sturdy homes. It's much warmer the deeper the birds go into the nest, keeping them warm at night and cooler near the surface for those hot African days. Weaver ant. No relation to the weaver bird, weaver ants are prevalent in Central Africa and Southeast Asia. The nest of this little ant is unlike the ant mounds you'd expect. Weaver ants build nests inside living leaves, and they make them secure using their larval silk. Working as a team, each ant has a certain role to play in making this work. From one set of worker ants picking the right type of leaf, to another set of worker ants creating a chain so other ants can walk across to bring the leaves together, and so forth. These nests are waterproof, and they take less than 24 hours to build. The red ovenbird. Its real name is the Rufous hornero, which sounds rather grand, but you'd probably recognize its other name, the red ovenbird. They got this name because of the way they build their nests to resemble small clay ovens. Native to South America and parts of Mexico, this little bird makes its home in a variety of habitats, anything from tropical rainforests, dry, arid regions, and coastal areas. These birds build their nests using mud mixed with plant fibers, which they carry in their bills. Depending on the species, the nests are built on horizontal branches of trees, on the ground, or on posts. The domes reach 12 inches in diameter and can weigh up to 9 pounds. They have a narrow entrance and are lined with grass. Although these nests can last a long time, a new one is built for each new brood. The female and male work together to make these beautiful nests. Cathedral termites. These impressive structures are credited to the termites found in Australia's Northwest Territory. These mounds can reach heights of 15 feet. Every mound is home to roughly 1 to 2 million termites. The mounds are made up from mud, bits of chewed wood, saliva, and feces. The mound spreads underground to incorporate several acres of space. Condensation occurs inside the mound, and many termites have grown fungi gardens from which they feed the masses. A mound can survive for 50 to 100 years. It's been proven that the mound functions as a giant lung, and gaining this knowledge is believed to be a big help to architects around the world. Indian harvester ant. From one ant to another, the Indian harvester ant creates these beautiful concentric circles around the entrance of their nests. It's not quite certain why the ants built this, but some believe it to bring more air into their homes or to prevent flooding into their nests. Vogelcop bowerbird. This unusually named bird is from Vogelcop Peninsula in western New Guinea, Indonesia, and the male is an architect to be reckoned with. The male bird creates the most impressive and eye-catching nests in the hopes of attracting a female. He picks berries, flowers, beetles, and anything pretty to decorate his humble abode. Strangely, despite all this effort, this is not the place where they will raise their young. Trapdoor spider. There are several types of these spiders, but not all of them can build the perfect trapdoor. The Tsunamis spider is the talented architect behind these trapdoors. These spiders live in burrows underground that they have dug out themselves. They construct their little trapdoors using soil, vegetation, and silk. The doors open on hinges that the spider has made from its silk. When the door is sealed, it's completely hidden. But using their webbing, they also create tripwires, which help the spiders trap their unsuspecting prey. Montezuma oropendola. These intriguing nests belong to the Montezuma oropendola, a bird found in southeastern Mexico through to central Panama. The building of these massive hanging nests is left to the female, and she uses grass to build up these colonies, which comprise of an alpha male and several dozen females. They usually build these nests close to wasp hives for extra security, and the wasps help keep away parasitic insects. Paper wasps. Speaking of wasps, wasps are the first great inventors of paper, and the method they use has been replicated by humans. They gather bits of wood and plant fiber, chew them up until they are a soft pulp, and then they spit out the pulp and construct their nest. The pulp dries out, hardens, and is waterproof. They usually go for tree branches or behind window shutters. The babies develop inside the hexagonal cells and often have a paper envelope over them for additional protection from parasites. The nests keep growing as the colony gets bigger, and mature nests can support up to 200 cells. A new nest is created every spring. Queen wasps hibernate through the winter and wake up in the spring to find the perfect spot for the new nest, and they begin again. Honeybees. For a honeybee, their hive is their everything. It's the place they process their food, live, and raise their young. Not all bees' nests are alike, though. Leafcutter bees have nests comprised of lines of several cells containing leaves and twigs. Some bees create their nests underneath rocks, and bumblebees will use an old bird or mouse nest to make theirs. The hives are constructed from secreted wax. The bees secrete tiny flakes of wax out of their small pores, which they chew until it's soft, and then they can construct their hives with the moldable wax. Swiftlet. Granted, they are not the most beautiful nest to look at, but they are worth a mention. The nests of the swiftlets are edible, and they're made entirely out of bird saliva. They build these nests on protruding rocks in dark sea caves. There are usually thousands of nests in a colony, and they're harvested to produce bird's nest soup. This Chinese delicacy sells for between $30 and $100 a bowl. Cliff swallow. Cliff swallows build impressive mud nests on cliffs, but in urban areas, they may choose to build their nests against a tall wall with a rough texture. It takes the swallow between 1 and 2 weeks to gather more than 1,000 mud pellets and build a new nest. During nesting season, it is illegal to remove these nests in the US without a permit, but after breeding season, you can, without needing a permit. Caddisfly larvae. When these insects are fully grown, their architectural skills are nothing special. It's in their larval stage that they show their incredible skill as an architect. Caddisfly larvae are aquatic, and they live inside a protective case that they have made themselves. They will gather anything lying around and combine it with their own silk to create this casing. It's mostly debris, twigs, and leaves, but many have been spotted with beautiful stones, colorful bugs, and berries. Mud dauber. This elegant nest belongs to a wasp called a mud dauber. There are several types of mud daubers, including organ pipe mud daubers, black and yellow, and blue mud daubers. They create their nests using mud and, on occasion, their own vomit. The nests are shaped like cylindrical tubes and are built against bridges, walls, cliffs, or similar structures. Inside are many cells that house the eggs and are also traps to keep prey, like spiders, so the wasps and their larvae can eat when they're ready. The Bioweaver. These delicate creations belong to the Bioweaver birds, native to the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. They build their nests in acacia trees or thorny palms, close to food, water, and leaves. They're usually found in colonies, but you do sometimes spot a lone nest. Prairie dogs. These are really rodents, and they're incredible diggers. They excavate their homes by digging burrows underground. They're usually found in North America, and weather can vary greatly for these guys. Their homes need to withstand anything from extreme temperature differences, floods, and fires. The different chambers of the burrows all serve different functions. For example, the nursery for the young will be deep within the soil so that they are protected from predators. Some chambers are meant purely for storing food, others for listening out for predators, and more for hiding from potential threats. You'll find between 5 and 35 dogs per acre. The biggest home of prairie dogs was discovered in 1900, where it covered 25,000 square miles, with around 400 million prairie dogs living inside. Leaf-curling spider. Native to Australia, the leaf-curling spider makes an excellent home, secure from any outside interference. The spiders will find the perfect dead leaf and line it with silk. They curl the leaf up, sealing it at the top and the bottom. They hide inside the leaf in the center, waiting for a nibble to pass by. These spiders are strong and can lift leaves that are 4 times their own weight. Females also use these curled leaves as their nursery, and she then keeps the leaf hidden in nearby foliage. They've also been known to use other pliable materials, like paper, to create their shelters. Hammerkop Vogelcopus umbret. It's a mouthful, I know, so you can just call them hammercops. These African birds build some impressive nests. They can take months to create, and they build between 3 and 5 a year. Regardless of whether the bird is breeding or not, they continue to build these nests. They can measure up to 6.5 feet and weigh as much as 110 pounds. They take about 8 weeks to build and use up to 10,000 twigs per nest. Both the male and female are equally involved in the building of these massive structures. Which of these animal architects did you find the most impressive? Let us know in the comments below. Ruby-throated hummingbird. We have saved the prettiest for last, and that is the petite nest of the ruby-throated hummingbird. These tiny birds build equally tiny nests. They're knot-like structures attached to a branch using spider silk. They use bark, bits of leaves, and silk fibers to make the nests strong and stretchy. They decorate the nests with lichen to keep them hidden, and they're lined with feathers for insulation. Hats off to this incredible animal architect.